Let's get one thing straight. Katt Williams isn't just a comedian. He's a philosopher in a fly suit, a prophet with a perm, calling out the chaos in pop culture, especially when it comes to messy celebrity love lives. He's been on stage for decades, telling the truth while you're busy laughing, but if you really listened, you'd hear the blueprint for disaster. Long before the blogs and timelines, Katt was dropping gems about the very red flags we saw with Kevin Gates and Britney Renner. He didn't need to say their names, the situations, the train wrecks, he painted them in high definition. So today we're breaking down 10 moments where Katt Williams basically predicted their crash and burn romance. Let's get into it. Number 10, Katt's been saying it forever. Anything real takes time. But in today's world, everyone wants love at microwave speed. Gates and Renner, 1 minute nobody knew they were in the same city. Next, they're all over social media acting like soulmates. Katt would call that the #1 red flag. Real love marinates. It doesn't go public overnight. When you rush to show off your relationship, you're building a stage, not a foundation. Fast love is like a 7-course meal in a microwave. Looks good, but it's cold in the middle and leaves you sick. Their relationship was a performance, not a partnership. Katt knows the hustle. Sometimes it's not on the street, it's on the timeline. When your relationship is a product, you're already on shaky ground. They weren't building a bond, they were launching a brand. And brands have expiration dates. Katt warned us, if it starts in a flash, it ends in a flash. The energy spent on the spectacle is energy not spent on the real connection. They were so busy posing for cameras, they forgot to check if they even liked each other off screen. It was a Hollywood premiere for a movie that never got written. That's fast love, hot, loud, and gone before you know it. Number 9, Katt's been screaming it. Social media isn't real life. It's a highlight reel, not the real show. Gates and Renner's whole relationship was a social media campaign. Every post, every video, crafted for attention. Katt would say, 1,000 likes don't equal loyalty, and 1,000,000 views don't mean you've got a future. The more you post, the less you actually have. Real love is quiet and secure. It doesn't need validation from strangers. Their romance was digital, easy to delete, easy to forget. Katt's philosophy love is an action, not a trending topic. They were playing for public perception, selling a dream. But when the Wi-Fi goes out, what's left? They invested in the public display, not private devotion. A marriage license is a contract. A viral post is just data. Katt would shake his head. They were more committed to their online brand than to each other. They performed for the algorithm, but the algorithm doesn't care about feelings. All that's left is a messy, public breakup. By playing the social media game, they wrote their own ending. Real love doesn't need an audience. Number 8, Katt's Pimpology 101, looks don't build a life. Hollywood is full of beautiful people, but that doesn't mean they're compatible. Gates and Renner, sure they looked good together, but that's just packaging. Compatibility isn't about bone structure, it's about spirit, values, and how your crazy matches theirs. Anyone can look good for a photo, but can you handle each other at 4 a.m. when the real stuff hits? Their public image was flawless. But what was behind the scenes? Katt knows a relationship built on being couple goals is doomed. Beauty fades, clout disappears, but character is forever. If your only glue is how good you look in a filter, it's gonna crumble. You can't pay bills with a pretty face or solve arguments with a six-pack. Real relationships survive the ugly parts of life. Katt would be in the back, shaking his head, knowing it was a house of cards. The prettiest packages often hide the most dysfunction. They weren't a couple, they were a photo op, and photo ops are temporary. Number 7, Katt jokes about NDAs in relationships. If you need legal documents before holding hands, what are you hiding? An NDA isn't trust, it's suspicion. It's planning the breakup before the first date. Gates and Renner's vibe was transactional, calculated. If you're thinking about damage control before you even start, you're not in love. You're in a business deal. Love is a leap of faith, not a corporate merger. The need to muzzle your partner says it all. No trust, no future. Katt would say you're not looking for a soulmate, just a co-conspirator who won't snitch. That's not love, it's a fragile alliance. No trust, no shelf life. Number 6. Katt knows fame is a drug and a trap. Clout relationships are just collaborations, not partnerships. Gates and Renner's timing was perfect for publicity. New music, headlines, mutual benefit. Their union was a clout goldmine, but that's a deal with the devil. When your relationship is built on attention, you have to keep feeding the beast. More drama, more posts, more spectacle. It becomes a reality show and every show gets canceled. Clout is fickle. What's hot today is old news tomorrow. These arrangements are temporary by design, like renting a fancy car for the weekend. You never owned it, it was just for show. They used each other to climb the ladder of public interest. Love needs privacy and patience. Clout needs publicity and speed. Once the buzz wore off, there was nothing left. The clock was always ticking. Katt saw it coming. The breakup was the natural conclusion. The clout clock always runs out. Number 5, Katt's wisdom. Don't go to the hardware store for milk. People are who they are, you can't expect them to change. Britney Renner's brand is public relationships and tell-alls. She's never pretended otherwise. Gates? He's lived a public, chaotic life, not known for safe choices. He walked into the hardware store asking for milk. He wasn't listening. Katt's point. You can't fix people or change their nature. Put two people with chaotic histories together, and you get chaos. He ignored her track record, she wasn't changing for him. It's classic ego, thinking you'll be the exception. Katt would laugh. Thinking you'll turn a pit bull into a poodle just gets you bit. The outcome was set before they met. He shopped for what she didn't have, she stayed true to herself. Katt didn't need a crystal ball, just common sense. Number 4, Katt always says there's a difference between loving a person and loving their avatar. Gates fell for the idea of Renner, not the real woman. She's a powerful online persona, an idea more than a person. Katt would argue Gates was chasing the fantasy, not the reality. You can't have a relationship with an idea. Eventually you wake up next to a real person. If you're only attracted to the shiny avatar, reality will break you. Katt jokes men want a fantasy woman with every trait. Pick a lane! They were two brands networking, not two people connecting. The real people were never in the room. You can't build a future with ghosts. Number 3, Katt's truth. Real relationships are built on laughter, not just love. If you can't laugh together, you're already packing your bags. Gates and Renner's public energy was all drama, no joy. Every appearance felt tense, not fun. Katt would say, real couples are goofy together, that's the glue. If your relationship is all intensity and arguments, it's a job, not a partnership. Your partner should be your peace, not your problem. Their vibe was constant negotiation, not comfort. When the breakup hit, nobody was surprised. Without laughter, it was just a matter of time. If you argue more than you laugh, the credits are already rolling. Number 2, Katt's old school, real love moves in silence. If you need a press conference to announce your relationship, you're in marketing, not love. Gates and Renner's debut was a media blitz, not an organic reveal. Katt would call it doing the most. When you try that hard to sell something, the product is probably faulty. The strongest couples don't need to broadcast, they're just together. Public announcements are a sign of insecurity, a need for validation. If it's real, you don't need to convince anyone. All the noise is just a distraction from what's missing. Real love whispers. Fake love screams for attention. They were screaming from day one. Katt's wisdom. If you need the world to believe it, maybe you don't believe it yourself. The best relationships are lived, not performed. Real love doesn't need a press release. Number 1, Katt's analogy. Modern relationships last as long as a Netflix free trial. Gates and Renner's romance was here and gone in a flash. Didn't even last a TV season. When it came time to commit, they canceled the subscription. Katt's point. There's no staying power, no patience for the boring parts. People want the excitement, not the work. Their fling was a trial period, intense, exciting, and short. They got what they needed, clout, headlines, experience, and moved on. No investment in the long term. You can't expect a lifetime movie from a TikTok clip. It was always meant to be short-lived. There you have it. Katt Williams gave us the script to the Gates and Renner saga before it even aired. It's not psychic powers, just wisdom and understanding human nature. Katt's been calling out fake love and clout chasers for years. He knows a relationship built on social media, and pretty pictures is a house on sand. The truth always comes out. Next time you see a celebrity couple moving fast for the cameras, ask, what would Katt say? The prophet ain't never wrong. Thanks for watching.